What did you think of the Cavaliers in the first half?
Well, we got here kind of late, but I mean, I think we were playing well in the first half. It was still 0-0 for a while whenever we were here.
Yes, indeed. They kept the ball out of the Bullets' hands, and as a result, they maintained possession for most of the first quarter, and as a result, it was a scoreless first quarter all the way through to the second quarter with about 4 minutes to go. And, of course, I'm talking to one of the young ladies from the Carlinville volleyball team, so I want to switch gears. Miss Hannah Gibson, captain of the volleyball team, correct?
Yes.
Now, let's go back and let's take a look, if we can, at the Cavaliers volleyball season. Take us back to the beginning of the year. What were your hopes going into the season?
Well, one of the goals that we had set at the start of the year was 25 wins, and then obviously we wanted county, conference, and regionals. Those were just like the materialistic goals that we had set.
Okay, and then from the outset, everything go well for the Cavaliers?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Health-wise, everything go well for the Cavaliers?
At the start, yeah.
And then the injury bugaboo jumped in. Caught you.
It did.
Caught you a couple times. If I remember right, you had some problems with lower back issues.
Yep.
And then just about the time you get that under control, what did you find to step on out on the floor?
Someone's foot.
Wait a minute. You didn't see the foot?
Nope. It landed right on it.
So where did this happen?
Civic Memorial at the fall tournament.
Were you at the net?
Yep.
Was it one of your own players?
No, I was coming down from a block, and the other girl's foot came under the net.
And she was on the other team.
Mm-hmm.
So did you slap her or hit her?
No, I didn't.
But you wanted to?
No, not really.
Excruciating pain, or was this something you thought, okay, I can live with this?
Well, I had done it before, so it still hurt, though.
Okay, but now you had injury upon injury, which means that's going to set you back. Did you miss any games?
Yeah, I missed... Well, I heard it in the first game of the tournament, so I missed the 4 games that day, and then I missed the Hillsborough game the following Tuesday.
Okay, and how did the Hillsborough game turn out?
It was good. We won in 3. It was really exciting.
But a lot of people said that one of the reasons why perhaps Hillsborough took you 3 games was because you weren't out there.
I don't know.
You are that much a part of the offense, are you?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you from what I've watched, yes, you are. And when I heard that you were injured, as a good old Piesaw Bird fan, I was thinking, hey, maybe the Piesaw Birds will have a chance. And I heard that you were walking around in a boot.
I was.
And I saw you walking around a boot.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Supergirl decides to take the boot off. And it looked like to me, and I know very little about volleyball, but it looked like to me that when it come time to jumping, you elevated well. But when it come time to move laterally, it didn't look like you were quite as spry left or right.
No, I definitely was not.
Okay, so we did have that down right. But nonetheless, you told me your goals. You wanted to win the South Central Conference. Did you accomplish that?
We did not.
And who won it?
Staunton.
The old nemesis. You guys have battled them for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where you've been, they've always been in the way, it seemed like.
Every sport.
and it is, and take nothing away from Staunton. They've got a fine bunch of athletes as well.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And of course, to lose the conference to them was not something that some would have expected. Some would have said it would have been a bit of a surprise if you had dethroned them.
Mm-hmm.
But then comes the county volleyball tournament. We go to little old Bunker Hill, a little old gym that's not a whole lot of places for fans, but it sure is a great atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to the championship game, and who did you face?
Staunton.
Don't tell me how it come out. You lost again?
Nope, we won.
Oh, you beat Staunton, and you're the county champions.
Yep.
Oh, well, great. Now, what do you do when you win a championship? What is the little dance that has to take place in center circle?
Well, we sing the school song, and normally we spin in a circle, but we weren't very healthy enough to actually spin in the circle.
But if I remember hearing from Coach Katie Hammond, she was just so glad to hear the song being sung, knowing that you had won the county. Mm-hmm. So that was very endearing. So now the rest of the season rolls on, and it comes tournament time. and you go to regional play, and it's hosted by
Us.
Carlinville hosting their own regional. Now, was Staunton in the way?
No, they were in the other regional.
Oh, so did you work that so that they wouldn't be in your regional this year?
Well, we were kind of hoping that we would either get the 1 or the 4 seat, so we would go opposite ways, but...
So it works out that as you get into the regionals, you have to, on the first game, play my beloved Pie-Saw Birds. And what did you do to them?
We won, beat them in 2.
Yes. And I saw a bunch of teary-eyed girls walking off the floor in the green and gold. So I'm thinking, okay, but the championship game could be different because my other beloved team, my Pana Panthers, with my granddaughter playing, they're coming to town, and this could be different. What happened in the championship game?
We won in 2.
You did that to my Panthers.
Yep.
And then you had the nerve to come over before you left the gym. You gave me a hug. What kind of a person are you? Hey, congratulations on what's been a great season thus far. If you don't mind, I better let her talk a little bit. If I don't, we're both in trouble, okay? Thank you, Anna. Okay, now, we got to get down to some really serious stuff now, Isabella. That was the captain, okay? She's cardinal, is it cardinal you call it, and blue, or not? It's really red and blue.
Yeah.
Okay, but who is it? Somebody over there tries to tell me it's not true red. It's cardinal or something else.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's not the only person on the team. You're pretty important on the team, too.
Thank you.
Okay? And what I like, even though you're doing it against my team so many times, when you two guys get to the net, you are a formidable foe blocking. You get a kick out of that, don't you?
Yeah, that's my... I don't get many blocks of what I do. It's a big deal for me.
but on the other hand, to me, one of the most demoralizing things as an opponent, when you get up there and you smash that hit that you just know is a kill, and all of a sudden these gals block it right back in your face.
Yeah.
And not only is that so much fun for you guys, but man, it really sticks a dagger in the opponent's hearts. I mean, it's one that you've had it happen to you, so you know what I'm talking about.
Really changes the momentum.
But now, you're not just a team that plays up front. You got some other gals who play along with you. Would you run down the lineup of some of the guys or gals and what they do for us?
Okay, so Jordan, she's probably the most naturally athletic person I know. She's shorter than most of our team, and she gets higher on the net than anyone.
We're talking Jordan Lovelace?
Yes.
And of course, when she gets back there serving, she has some pretty good runs.
Oh, she's so fast. She picks up everything.
It's true.
Yes.
Great on the back row. Who else on the seniors?
Oh, McKenna Dugan, you're not going to find a much better libero. She's amazing. She picks up everything on my back row, everyone's back row. She covers a lot of ground.
That was one thing not to change the subject, but Reagan, my gal, McLaughlin from Pana, she got on the back row the other day and she was diving after balls. I'm going crazy. When you see the big gal diving on the floor, that's awesome. And that's one thing I noticed about you guys. Whether you're big, whether you're small, whether you're fast, whether you're slow, everybody goes to the floor.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to the floor whenever they have to. Who else we got here that we need to talk about?
Braylee Weiser, my co-setter. When I'm hitting, she's the one that gives us all the sets, puts it where it needs to be, plays good back row, front row.
And the thing about Braylee that I think goes unnoticed is so many times somebody makes a great hit, but somebody doesn't realize how good it was that she got the ball in a position to make that hit.
Yeah.
Braylee is the kind of gal that she not only sets you, but she sets you right where you want it. I hear you calling out the 9 or the 5 or whatever all the time. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But you're telling her where you'd like to have the ball, and she gets the ball to you every other time. Anybody else there in that lineup that kind of jumps out at you?
Both in our back row, Chloe and Addie, they both play outside back row, both cover a lot of ground, both serve, do a good job.
Well, and I like the mixture of the team because when you guys are in a most stressful moment, there's somebody out there laughing. Somebody out there
Yeah.
has a good time, and it keeps you guys loose all the time.
It's usually Addie.
Well, I think that's very important. But you know, there was another thing that I noticed about this team is it's not only a good chemistry of players, but there's a good chemistry here as well.
Oh, yes. Amazing. All our coaches are amazing. They're great supporters. We can have fun, but we know when to be know when to be serious, and we're always ready to go when we need to be.
And of course, Katie Hammond, somehow or another, to me, she always has a calming effect. when you guys call a timeout, instead of rah, rah, rah in your
Yeah.
face, she somehow or another lets you know that, hey gals, it's okay, I'll love you either way, but you better do it right.
Yes.
And then, of course,
it's never yelling. It's always just telling.
and then you've got some pretty good assistant coaches as well. Who were they?
So Kinzer and Hermes and Albie are the ones that have been there most of this year. And Hermes was new last year. She's a great positive. And Kinzer, I mean, there's too many words for Kinzer. She's the most positive person you'll ever meet. Always has something good to say. And Albie, you know.
Julie cut her teeth in teaching. Hey, her first 2 years of teaching were my last 2 years.
Oh, really?
We taught together.
Uh-huh.
One thing I noticed about her that I really, really appreciate, in between games, you got 3 minutes, you got to get your lineup set. Coach Hammond goes over and does all the paperwork. You guys don't just stand there. You're getting instructions while she's doing the
Oh,
paperwork.
yes.
Coach Kinzer is doing a good job of this and that, and she's very matter of fact. Her previous varsity experience comes into play,
Yeah.
but I think the fact that she played the game just the way you guys play it,
Yeah.
she appreciates that as
Yes,
well.
she's always coaching, especially when Hammond's putting in her lineups. I mean, some other teams just have to stand there and wait, but she's always ready to go.
Okay, now I have one question, one final question. Either one of you can answer it.
Okay.
The road to the state finals is going to get a lot steeper.
It is, yep.
And the team we're going to play next is one of, or perhaps the best team in the state. And who is that?
Breeze Mater Day.
And how are we going to beat them?
I think we're definitely going to have to hit around their block, you know, big appearance at the net. And I know they have a very good libero, so going to have to really be on our placing game.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you how to beat them. Are
Okay.
you ready for this?
Yes.
Take this to heart. You want to write this down? Okay. The way you're going to beat them is 1 point at a time.
Yep.
Got it?
Yes.
Now, ladies, win, lose, or draw, it's been a great season. Whatever you do, win, lose, or draw, have fun.
Okay. Yes.
Did you have fun coming up here tonight?
Yes, we did. We,
All right.
we were a little nervous, but we're good now.
Okay, we're good to go. All right, you're buying treats after the game, right?
It's on Hannah.
All right,
It's on Hannah.
thank you, Hannah. And Isabella, my guest here at halftime, and we've taken up almost the entire halftime. We're going to take a break and be back after these messages on WSMI.